What's up, everybody out there in YouTube land? Wrath2501 here. Alright, so we're doing more Spooky Month. Alright, for Double Feature Friday. This is Arizona featuring Mr. Creepypasta by Aloofnix. Never heard of this guy before. But this was one of the spooky videos you guys recommended. I would ask you also to recommend any more spooky videos in the comments. Alright? Probably, please, I should probably clear this up. Only animated ones, because it looks like anytime I do anything with real people, YouTube jumps down my throat saying I'm encouraging dangerous behavior or some shit. So, yeah, I only do animated shit, at least for now. At least until I start building myself up enough to where I can hire damn lawyers to fight YouTube. Alright, so, yeah, on that cheery note, let's get this party started, and go. Okay. Cross stitch. Okay. Kind of cool. Okay. Why does that cactus look like a hand? Arizona. You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Stay with some friends of her and spend a few weeks partying and getting crazy and stuff before heading back to school for the year. We drove up in my dad's car. It's a really old Ford make, and it's
what the hell?
Pretty beat up. The road there was bumpy and long. Our relationship seemed at its strongest on the road. We were really in love. That was
You're gonna get a bug in your mouth.
I had never truly been in love before.
Was she seriously sticking her head out the window going...
And we were about halfway there when we realized that we were going to run out of gas long before the nearest petrol pump. Katie's head was out the window.
Petrol pump? This guy's obviously not from the U.S.
Outside. Nothing but the wild desert landscape to be seen in all directions.
Balls.
We became frantic. We hadn't seen another car on the road in almost an hour. What if we broke down out here in the middle of the desert with no food or water, with no one out to find us? I sped up slightly driven by these fears. It was then that we came across a gas station. Smack bang in the middle of nowhere, in dry, empty nowhere. It was an old, worn-down servo. Long yellow grass blew in the breeze beneath it. Outside were two rusted gas pumps.
No one would look at that and ever think that it worked.
It was occupied. It seemed so lifeless. But as we pulled up and saw the petrol stains on the dirt, we were convinced otherwise.
Petrol.
Katie started refilling the car, and I went inside to pay and grab something to eat on the road.
Oh, so it's one of those pay after, huh?
It jammed. This perturbed me, so I looked up at the sign to check, and was reassured that the store was open.
It's open. The pumps are working. Screw it. Pump the gas and go.
Between the dull yellow curtains at the door window, I pushed harder and harder. With effort, got into the shop. Inside, it was totally abandoned and left to ruin. Complete aisles lay on the ground. The fridges were smashed and glass coated the floor. Despite the brightness outside, the interior of the gas station was dark and bitterly cold.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk in further like a dumbass.
This quiet.
The door closed.
Like a child. I felt my heart race. It was coming from the back room. I stepped over the smashed glass and twisted metal remnants on the floor, over where the patches of grass had grown through.
Why would you
do
that?
I ran my hand along the wall and felt the crisscross of ivy beneath my fingers. It was overgrown.
Why are you touching shit?
Again, and now I was facing the back room door. It was directly in front of me. I pushed
You know what? You deserve to die, you idiot like this.
Rust in its joints.
Probably found a witch.
Inside, there lay several wooden steps into the basement.
Oh,
the
basement! Yeah, let's go down there!
Alerted me to the fact that the basement was flooded. The water was up to my knees. Again, there came a cry. Hello? Is anyone there?
Careful, there one I hear, bitch!
The smell was horrible, and cold water eventually got to me.
Eventually got to you? Eventually got to you? You should have gotten here before you even stepped into it, you dumbass!
I finally reached the corner. still dry, I had to bend down to avoid the pipe, which leaked down my back and trickled down my spine. Why are you down here?
You know I can't resist. It's too perfect. What the hell is that? Dumbass has startled the witch. Run. Bum, 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 bum. Run. Dun, 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 dun.
Hour, I could barely tell her what happened in the story. She listened and gave me a look of sheer horror when
You're
I
a
finally
dumbass.
gave in and told her everything. She pulled the car to the side of the road and began to cry herself.
Don't. Keep going. You don't know how fast that thing
I
is.
saw something while you were gone.
She saw something in there.
We had nowhere to stay. We had not traveled nearly as much as we'd hoped that day. We just drove up into a clearing a little ways up.
Why?
And after a while, I tried to reassure her that we were okay. I calmed her down,
You're not.
put my arms around her. They started to kiss.
Oh
I moved
God,
her closer
really?
to her when
Really? It's followed you. It's got multiple arms!
we sped off back down onto the road. A few minutes after we had been driving forward, we passed the gas station. The gas station was at least a half an hour away in the opposite direction.
Uh-oh.
Katie was in such hysterics, she found it hard to keep driving. We stopped the car in the middle of the desolate road. I decided we should switch seats so that I could drive. And as soon as I was outside, the foul stench of the basement overwhelmed me.
Ugh. Why would you get out of the
I got
car?
into the driver's seat as quickly as possible. We drove off again, not talking. Katie whimpered and I silently prayed. And then we passed the gas station again. As we forced ourselves on, we both became aware of a soft, barely audible weeping in the back seat. Neither of us
oh,
dared
crap.
turn around. Ignore it. All through the night, Katie whimpered. When we passed the gas station twice more, the people were closer every time. The finest slither of red light had begun to settle on the horizon. Katie had been silent, face concealed under her hands for some time. I decided to check the time, so I turned on the radio. At first, there was only static. I filled with the dial, trying to change the station in between static. I found only one audible channel. It had a high-pitched buzz in the background. A man was muttering names and numbers under his breath.
29. Lucy. 30.
Isn't that another creepy pasta?
Adam. 31. Katie.
I switched back to static. I knew which name was next. When we got to Katie's friend's house, it was morning. Everywhere
Uh-oh.
had the smell of rain on it. Her friends weren't home. As soon as we were inside, I realized while she had been silent, she was biting on her lip.
Yeah.
She grabbed the newspaper and some masking tape off the table and began blocking out the windows. After the night's events, I didn't know whether I would be insane to join her or to stop her. I simply watched. She covered the windows, jammed the door, and turned the lights off.
Why? Why would you be in the dark? That's where those damn things come from. The dark.
It's been 3 whole
Oh,
days.
there's so
now.
much
I
material
haven't
here.
seen Katie at all today. She spends her time in the closet crying. The phone rings often. A voice. My mother's, I believe, whispering under its breath. I can only catch snippets of what it says.
Come back. You're always welcome to come back.
Fuck. You're not on Earth
Sometimes in
anymore.
the
You're
background,
someplace
I hear a
else.
quiet chuckle. I hear the shower running and will walk in to find nothing. Nothing at all. Then, when I'm in the bathroom, I hear the television flick back on. It always goes to the face. I've called the police twice. All I get is this whispering woman's voice. I called Katie's friends too, just as fruitless. There are knocks through the newspaper on the other side of the window. I can see their hands slam against the glass and slide down. They do this for hours on end sometimes. At night we hear screaming from the guest room. I boarded it up. Sometimes I find tiny pieces of glass on the ground. A leak sprang up about a day ago in my room downstairs. Black spots of mold have appeared on the walls. There's a smell throughout the house seeping in from my room. The odor of decay. I pray hopelessly, and I wish, I swear to God, I wish that I had never gotten out of that car.
Oh man, this one was just too good. There was just too much material. So much good spots for this one. Well, let's see. This is some grade A good shit. I like bunnies. Okay, that's creepy. Definitely subscribe. Alright, so definitely Aloofnix, boom, subscription from me. I definitely recommend you guys click on the link to the original down in the description and like that original video and sub to him over there. Dude, this video alone has almost 600,000 views. This guy's only got like a little over 6K subs. This guy should have every one of those views as a sub, I swear. Now, well, he's got one for me, and I recommend you guys give them to him too. Some subs to him too. Of course, don't forget to subscribe here. If you haven't yet, guys, please help me out. Help us grow back to where we were before. Let's show YouTube that we won't give up on our rights to have a place where we can hang out and just have fun. I will see you guys next time. Tune in every day for more Spooky Month. And bye-bye.